Hello guys, what's up? So in our series we have developed the layout for our PCB design, and now is the turn to give this PCB for fabrication. So always it is suggested that before going for fabrication steps, one should always be careful about checking the PCBs again and again by running through the tracks as per your connections. So in order to do that, what you do is you click this eye. So this eye basically is a tool which when clicked to particular wire or particular component or whatever it be, it highlights all the connections with respect to that point. So suppose I click this wire, so it shows that this wire is connected to this resistor, it is connected to this point, and it is connected to this point. You can also cross verify it with your schematic, so you can keep both of them side by side, and then you can just click this eye, and you can see that if I click this, it shows that 5 volt is connected to connector. Okay, so 5 volt is connected to connector, 5 volt is also connected to the resistors one side, then ground is connected to another connector, ground is also connected to this connector, ground is connected to 10k is one side. So in this way I checked my PCB. Another way of checking is though much difficult, that is you make a circuit diagram and go on tracking it, but I think you would be pretty much convinced with this method of verifying your design. Okay, so since we have verified our design, we have done all the appropriate labeling. Yeah, you can do some more detailed labeling as such. Like what I can do is I can write VDD, or let's say we'll write voltage plus. We can say V plus. So this V plus, since it is bottom, it would show the mirror image. So what you do is you take the T name, that is top name, and let's say GND, or GND would not fit, so I would say 0. So this 0 I can place it over here. Okay, now the size can be again resized it as I have already mentioned before, so let's make it 0.8, and this one also can be made 0.8. Alright, so the labeling is completed, and now we should enter into our fabrication. Now see, when you fabricate a PCB, when you give this PCB for fabrication to some leading designers, so they would be asking you some fixed files. So they would be asking you the top mask, the bottom mask, the drill files, the component mask. All these files are called masks, and what they do is they fit all these masks into their machines, maybe CNC machine for drilling and things like that, and PCB machines. So they feed these files into that machine, and then they would program it such a way that it would automatically do all the PCB design processes. Alternatively, as I said, I'll be also talking about how to generate the inverted files for homemade PCB designing. As for example, if you give this PCB to some cheap PCB suppliers, or you can say those one room PCB suppliers who would use homemade techniques in order to generate the PCB. So for both the case, I'll be explaining you how to do that. So let's go for it. So this is the icon which says CAM processor. So we just go into this CAM processor. Now this CAM processor is the window which shows you what all are the various parameters, like top, bottom, pads, vias. All these are the components or parameters of your PCB. Now we always require these two files for giving it in order to uh, manufacture. So epsilon.cam and gurv274.cam. So make sure you have these two files in your PC. If you don't have these two files, you can easily download it from Google. Just write in Google epsilon.cam file for eagle and gurv274xcam.cam file for eagle. So when you click this, okay, so if you observe here that dimensions, drills and holes are selected, that means it will generate a dot drill file or dot and dot drd file. so that will be mainly responsible for your drilling actions. Now as soon as I say process job, okay, since I have not saved the file, let me save it. Okay, as soon as I say process job, after saving it, then it will generate those files. Okay, and now suppose you don't find those files in Google, you can simply open your open job and then fill up these informations. You can pause your screen and just fill up these informations exactly, and you can say process job. It will automatically process. You don't need to even download that excelon.cam file. Okay, now next one is your GURB274. So this has number of files, that is component side. Now in component side, it will select your top, pad and vias. That means it would exclude the bottom side. Okay, so these all are the exact formats. In solder side, again dot sol, and you can see here it will select only the bottom sides. Okay, in silk screen component, okay, what it does is it selects the dimension, t place, t names. In solder mask, it selects dimension and t stop. Okay, just this one is very much important. Dot stc, dot plc, dot sol, dot component, and finally this dot solder stop mask. So this says that at which point do we need to stop the solder points. So these points are decided by b stop. So again it is saved as .sts. Okay, now as soon as I click process job, what it does is it processes all these 5 jobs in one go. Now after doing this process, you need to have 8 files um, in your folder wherever it is saved. So since I have saved it in my documents, so let's go to my documents and then go to Eagle. In Eagle I go to tutorial 1. You can see, so these all are the files 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So make sure all these 8 files are there. Now what you need to do is you need to simply zip this file and send it to your manufacturer. Now before sending these files to manufacturer, it is always recommended to check this. These are called as Gerber files for your information. So you can always install open source Gerber software. So one of them is GerbV. So this GerbV is one of the softwares. So I'm just showing you a brief demo of it. So GerbV can be opened. So in using this software, what you can do is you can simply load your Gerber files. So I can say open layers. When I go to open layers, click Eagle, then tutorial 1. Okay, so I'll select all those necessary files. I'll say open. Now when I select that, you can see that our PCB is ready, right? So this is the file which will be used by the PCB designers in order to design your PCB. Alright, so in this way you need to do your professional CAM processing. Now apart from this professional CAM processing, sometimes you would also require it to be done homemade or something like that. So what you can do is you can simply select PS inverted. So this PS inverted, okay, I will go and select this. Okay, so I just messed up with this thing. I'll just close it. I'll say no. Okay, I'll open a new one. Okay, now in this case you don't need to write these things, just select PS inverted, and in this file you just select a path. Let's say top.ps. so it will generate a PostScript file. I can say save. Okay, as soon as I do that, now I need to select the layers. So in case of homemade PCBs, you would not require the masks and all those things. You would just require the tracks and the pads, whatever it is necessary. So and we don't need this fill pad, so you will deselect this fill pad. So I'll select a top, pad and vias. So exclude bottom, I'll say process job. Similarly, now I'll change this top to bottom. Okay, and then I'll deselect this top and I will select the bottom, and then I'll say process job. Okay, so my two PostScript files are generated now. You can see here top.ps and bottom.ps. I can simply open this file. Okay, so this is a very small one. You can always zoom it. Okay, so this is your bottom top, sorry, this is your top, and your bottom is contains the track. So you can always use PS to PDF converter, or you can extract it using advanced conversion over here into PDF. Okay, so this is one of the method to create the PDF, and this PDF would be given to your local PCB fabricator, or you can do it even by using many homemade techniques for which you can find lots of YouTube videos uh, about how to make homemade PCBs. All right, so as one more another way of doing it is you select none over here, do top pad vias, say okay. So now you can say print. Okay, when you say print, it will say accept the larger value, say no, because I don't want a larger value, I want exact value. So I'll say PDF over here. Okay, and then I'll say options. Okay, these all will be remaining the same. Okay, all right, so I'll say that okay, so it will generate a PDF out of this file automatically. So you can see here the PDF is generated over here automatically, which contains your pads. Similarly, I can go here, I can select the bottom, and then I can again do the print and save it as PDF. Okay, so in this way you can generate the CAM files, and this CAM file can be given to the fabricators, and you can get your PCB done. Okay, then with this we complete the basic steps which are required in order to design a PCB and give it to fabrications. Some advanced PCB techniques and some more options will be explored in the next video. After that, we'll be looking up towards some theories about how to design some high-speed PCBs, and maybe we'll be doing one project which will show you the exact scenario about different PCB styles and different techniques used. Okay, so for now, thank you for watching the video. And yes, if you are in this point of video, you should surely observe other videos coming before this, which will help you to understand the flow of designing the PCB in much more details. Thank you for watching it.